Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball, the pregame show. It is Tuesday, September 15th. We got a full slate of games. Jake, producer Zach are coming to you from the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. That's RSVLTS. Davey and Zach, my bad. Trev, you're in California. I'm in my apartment in Manhattan. How's everyone doing?
Hey? How are you? This is, Jim, you're going to find out this outfit's got some versatility. We'll talk about that later in the show, but I'm good, baby. Weird slate of baseball last night, if we're being honest. A lot of doubleheaders, a lot of teams with days off. Man, Padres, Dodgers, we'll talk about that a little bit. That's, good times out west, besides the Flyers.
Trev, you tell us how you're doing while I go run and get juice because I don't have my juice captain Jake next to me. I'm not in the studio and my laptop's set.
Oh, my God. Both of you guys.
I need you, Jake.
Oh, juice. You mean like juice?
We had to delay the show because Trev was out of juice. Now you're juiced out?
I depend on you for juice.
Oh, I got you juice.
So yeah,
anyways, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
It's been a great morning so far. Jake, I mean, I know we're doing pretty well as a company, but to go out and buy a chain like that, it's a little, it's probably a bad idea. But you know what? You got to make mistakes. And I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm going to decline it.
What was,
You got to make mistakes like that so then you learn how to handle your money. Your newfound fame and money has gone to your head and apparently this big necklace. So we'll talk about that, a little financial planning after the show.
Trev, I've got a question, and it could be a personal story or a teammate, but, I mean, what's the story that jumps to your head about either someone being show or maybe they just got the contract and they just got a terrible chain or they got, or maybe you got a chain that you were like, yeah, I've earned this chain and I'm going to wear this a lot, and then you've worn it once in your life?
It's funny because a lot of guys, they want the chain.
Right.
And you want the chain.
It blows my mind, man. By the way, like, I understand.
I'm not a chain guy.
I understand how there's, I get the mindset for a few guys. Like, yeah, I wear the big chain. I carry the big stick. But there's so many chain guys.
What's funny is, so yeah, like I said, everyone wants the chain. Then the jeweler comes in. And then when they see what's there, they want the big one, and then they ask how much it costs. Usually, when guys get their first chain, it ends up being a little baby chain.
Yeah,
because they go in expecting to pay X amount, and then they see what it really costs, and it's funny because you're like, "Oh, that's cute. You got a little baby chain. Like, way to go! Like, you got your starter chain. You'll work your way up." And then, yeah, eventually you'll get to something like you have on. That takes a while, though. There's like levels to the chain gang. If you watch the rookies, a lot of them will get like a black diamond chain.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, that's kind of dumb. Let's get a real gold chain. And you get the little baby this big, then it's this big, and it's a progression.
Yeah.
You went straight to the top.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
That looks like Miguel Sano's chain.
Yeah, God. How different this would look on Miguel Sano.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might look like a little baby
They would
chain.
look like a snake chain, yeah. Jim, you back?
Never
You
a chain
juiced
guy.
up?
Juiced up.
Love that.
Fall with Mac a little. Juiced up.
Bang.
You want to give us the East Coast?
I can do that.
Try your hardest about it.
East Coast baseball, baby. How about the Boston Red Sox? We got an actual prospect for them making a debut, Tanner Houck, against Sandy Alcantara and my Marlins, babe. Beat up the Phils again last night. Go Fish. Blue Jays and the Yankees. It's Davey Day in the Bronx versus Taijuan Walker, who's been pretty good for the Jays since he's come over. The battle for second place in the AL East. The Washington Nationals and the Rays. Anibal Sanchez versus John Curtis. It's an early Settlers name, huh? Mets versus Phillies. Porcello versus Trevs. Jake Arrieta. And then the Braves, who got stomped last night by the Orioles. Huascar Ynoa against friend of the family, Tom Eshelman, twirling the pill for the Birds. And that's what's going on the East Coast today.
Very nice job.
Thank you.
That was a good. You made me laugh with the early Settlers name.
It is big time.
John Curtis.
I'm a big fan of that time period. I think I know Jimmy is too. So that was good. It hit the spot for me.
Yeah, I mean, John Curtis was an asshole to natives. That's obvious.
Like, very bad.
I think a lot. I feel like you could say that for a lot of people.
Almost everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
If you got it.
If you lacked pigmentation in your skin, you were probably an asshole.
Yeah.
But John Curtis wasn't like in the back row of things. Like he was the leader. Obviously.
He was very much, yeah.
Jakey, give me a realistic line for Debbie today.
I can give you an even more realistic line later when it's my what to watch for.
Okay, I didn't see that.
It's okay. It's production.
Shocker.
We'll blame Zach on it. But
Tough break for Zach.
Tough break for Zach. If we're being honest, I mean, Davey's been semi-consistent. Taijuan Walker, the last time we saw him, Yankees versus the Blue Jays, walked 5. Very much bend, don't break, but it was also the Yankees offense when they were broken. So interested to see what both of those guys have today, because both of those guys could potentially be playoff starters for those teams. Dude, these Marlins, man, they took 5 out of 7 from the Phils, second in the East, and now they host the Red Sox. Rookie debut. And Sandy Alcantara is a pretty good pitcher, so I'm tuned in for that. And I kind of want to.
Could Tanner Hawk be like a dickhead early Settlers name?
Yeah.
It kind of sneaky can.
Hawk's a little intense for the early Settlers.
Yeah.
But maybe he came over. He wasn't like, maybe he was like not English.
If it was like Tanner.
I mean, Thomas Eshelman is he's like a loyalist.
I was going to say Hawk sounds Dutch. So like he was the Dutch that settled Manhattan, Tanner Hawk, for sure. And they didn't really care that much. I mean, they built Wall Street to block out all the Indians, but then they were just doing their thing.
Tom Eshelman.
The Dutch
he sounds like
they just cared about money.
Just like Jake.
Yeah.
Braves got punched in the teeth last night. Interested to see, because they might again. Ynoa's not really done much this year, and those Birds can hit, man.
They're the team that I give the least amount of respect to, and I'm not sure if I'm on point with that or just completely oblivious to how good they are. But I every time I think about the Braves, I'm like, oh,
I have something.
They keep winning, man.
I don't know if it's the flu talking or, I'm just really sick. Every team sucks besides the Dodgers and the Padres.
Go off, King. Keep going.
I don't know. Just maybe it's because I'm sick. Like the Braves.
I mean, you're not too far off.
Like, what are you doing?
You're not too far off.
Phillies were supposed to be good. Cleveland's lost 7 in a row.
I would say the Rays are pretty
White
good
Sox
still.
are good.
White Sox are good.
Yeah, the Rays
Rays are good.
There's some good teams out there, but I get
your
your
lineup sucks. I don't think that Rays lineup can get them to the World Series.
Platoon exploitation is what they do best.
Yanks are going to be good in a week, baby.
Only team to start all left-handed batters.
The Blue Jays starting pitching besides Ryu is like, you think you're going to win an ALCS with that? Sorry, you're not.
He's sorry. I don't think you're that sorry.
Yeah.
How about
I'll take it back. I'll be happy as soon as I get healthy, but everyone sucks.
From mustache Jimmy to sick Jimmy. That's a tough break. That's a tough break for us.
Yeah.
We'll play through it.
It's a tough season.
Even Dodgers fans are acting like they're not like, super positive about their own team.
I am praying. We'll talk about this.
We'll talk about this.
The Dodgers are on my nerves, man.
The Padres the only team that are really good and their fan base doesn't really have any concerns right now.
Jimmy, that's because they've won, 21 out of their last 25 or something?
That's what makes them the really good part, Jake.
Right, but how did they start this season? The Dodgers are the only team that haven't had a losing skid, and they potentially could have one this week if the Padres beat them.
All right. Yeah. 2 + 2 is 4. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have no idea how that was a counter.
You saying the Padres fans are the only ones happy about their team? It's because they've gone nuts. You did a 2 + 2 is 4.
The Dodgers haven't had a losing streak. You just said it, and Dodgers fans coming to us with complaints about
right because the Padres are on their ass. They had the 10-game lead, and now they don't.
That's not what they've been saying. They've been saying their starting pitchers can't get out of innings, and then they don't have faith in their bullpen anymore. They're still winning. They haven't got on a tough stretch. You've been saying that all year.
They lost to the Rockies recently, so now they're facing the Padres as well. So they're a little nervous, Jim. It's okay.
Every fan base seems to have real worries going into the playoffs besides the Padres.
Every team sucks. You just said
and the Rays. The Rays don't have anything to worry about. I mean, they've already lost a zillion people, and they keep chugging. They're really good.
Yeah, the Rays are good. But their lineup kind of sucks.
What's going on in the Central, Timbo?
In the Central, we've got... I closed out the tab that had it all on there. We've got the Pirates and the Reds squaring off. Reds won both games yesterday in the doubleheader. Joe Musgrove versus Michael Lorenzen. So Reds are bullpen daying, I guess. We're just going to let Lorenzen go out there and die for a little bit, I guess. One or the other. We then have the Royals versus the Tigers in the Who Cares Bowl. Over-under is 9, and Boyd is on the mound. Hammer the over. Cardinals and Brewers, they split the doubleheader yesterday. We got Jack Flaherty, our dude, versus Brett Anderson. He's having a bad year. Twins and White Sox, Dane Dunning versus Randy Dobnak. Kind of a fun pitching matchup there for two good squads. Indians and Cubs, really fun matchup. Cookie Carrasco versus Yu Darvish. Two vets having decent seasons. Yu Darvish is having a fantastic season. Indians trying to right the ship because they've been bad. And I think that's all. And that's the whole Central.
No Man, I just love it. I love the vibes of this pod today. Really hitting home. Yeah, we got Davey, we got pissed off Jim, everyone sucks Jim. Hammer the over in the Tigers game. I think I'm going to go on my phone right after this.
Yeah, that's free money.
It's free money, people.
It's free money.
I found a sprinkle. That's like a spoonful. You know what I mean? You really go after that one.
The Royals don't even have a pitcher yet.
Might not.
Well, why would you waste a starting pitcher on a Boyd day? Have your backup.
I searched far and wide for a hitter on the Royals that I wanted to take in the Homer draft today. And it's just really tough to pick one, even though somebody's going to hit a homer.
I took two.
John took 2.
Boyd leads the league in runs given up.
I know.
It's good at it.
Every now and then people in the comments were like, dude, why is Jimmy so hard on Boyd? It's like he's the worst pitcher in the major leagues. What are you talking about? So hard on Boyd. He's the worst pitcher in the major leagues that consistently gets the ball every 5 days.
Oof.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just get put in that role. I don't know. He's
I think the average is 2 to start.
How many?
2.
Cole's given up a lot of homers too.
Yeah, but Boyd leads the majors, so however many Cole's given up, it's less than Boyd. Because no one's got more than Boyd.
What do we think about the Cardinals?
Unless they're tied.
The Cardinals a good team?
We don't know. The Cardinals are going to survive in advance and play 500 ball because they have so many doubleheaders. Like, that was a win for them yesterday.
And it shouldn't have been. God damn it. The Brewers cannot get their spark. They had them in
Spark
extras.
is done, man. Spark is done. Thank God for Bronny tying the game up with a double. They would have lost 2. Yeah, it's disappointing.
Cole's giving up the same amount of home runs as Boyd. Very different results minus then.
What I was gonna ask you, Trev. Have you heard anything from Jack lately? I mean, I know he's
pitching today. We actually were going back and forth about the whole Dodger situation this morning. He was telling me like he disagreed with me.
Wow, like that.
Yeah.
Those pitchers, bro.
It's pitchers and he came up in the Cardinal. He's in the Cardinals organization. It's a very buttoned up, veteran led organization.
Wainwright, Molina,
exactly. Goldschmidt's there now. Like these are veterans who go. I mean, they preach respect, and it works for them, and it's great. And you're a product of your environment, dude, and it fits Jack perfectly there. But Trent Grisham, he's a product of his environment, dude. Like, look at that team; they just have fun. He's supposed to be the only one that doesn't have fun?
Why would you give the Padres bulletin board material? Do you see what they did?
They don't need it.
Happened? Like, did you see what happened?
I know, man.
Someone called them out for being too excitable.
And not for nothing. Well, we're not
4 in the next 24 games.
I guess this will segue us to the West Coast a little bit, but I mean, if you're a Dodgers pitcher, there's got to be a little extra, like, I don't want to be the one to give up a moondog to these guys because they're gonna let the world know about it.
Tatis is hitting a freaking bomb today. They would, who they'd really hate if he was to go off against them?
Austin Nola. Ugh.
Manny Machado.
I
Former
feel
Dodger.
like we've stumbled into the West Coast. So Trev, just tell me what else is happening.
Sorry. All right, we got a full slate on the West Coast. Rangers in Houston. Kyle Cody versus Jose Urquidy. Couldn't care less about that game whatsoever. I feel bad, like I always say that about the Rangers, but it's the truth. Moving on. Oh, Astros, by the way, under 500. Moving on. The A's heading to Colorado, getting out of the smoky air. I can't believe they played those games. Sean Manaea versus Antonio Sensatella. In a decent matchup. I think that's going to be a good series. Next, we got the Dodgers in San Diego. Padres put a hurting on the Dodgers last night. We were talking about the game. Bad blood right now between these two teams. Tony Gonsolin versus Zach Davies. An excellent matchup. I think this is going to be a series that everyone's got to be tuning into, even if you're on the East Coast. D-backs and the Angels. Bumgarner versus Julio Teheran. Another game that, man, I don't know if you – we'll talk about this after I move on. Last game, Giants Mariners, which is a sneaky good matchup for playoff potential. Up in – where are they? They're in Seattle. Seattle split a doubleheader with the A's yesterday. Tyler Anderson versus L.J. Newsome tonight. A lot of playoff what's the word I'm searching for?
Previews.
Yeah, whatever.
Talent. Teams.
Not what I was looking for.
Matchups.
Whatever. This is playoff implications in this series. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh.
Shows your meat.
Yeah. And who would have guessed that? San Francisco and Seattle.
Wow.
That's what's happening out west.
Seattle going from thick, gross air to super thin air.
Ooh.
Is that true?
What?
Where's Seattle going?
They're in Seattle.
San Francisco?
No, they're staying in
They're
Seattle.
staying there? Who would you say was leaving the gross air?
The A's. They are going into thin air, yes, in Colorado.
The A's are going from thick, gross air to thin air in Colorado. So
yeah,
just look out for irregular breathing and be careful.
What I was going to say about this the Angels. I saw a clip on Twitter. Donald Trump was hosting like a Latinos for Trump get together.
Always political with you.
No, Artie Moreno was there sitting next to him. And Donald Trump goes, I'm a big baseball fan. And Artie, like, got a great team out there, great players. And he goes, great individual players. Tell me how it's going. And Artie Moreno's like looking like, fuck, I got to answer this right now. And the first thing he said was, well, we're not exactly playing too well right now. And everyone started laughing. And like, what, like, how hilarious is that to be the owner and have to like sit up there and be like, actually, our team sucks, Donald. Sorry. We paid a lot of money for this team, but it sucks. I'm a bad owner. Really funny. Go check that clip out.
Because they want to be good. They're bad.
They're so bad.
So bad. Hey.
Seattle, Jake. They won a game yesterday. They lost a game yesterday.
Big time. And they Jim, they stole that first game. They were down 5-0, came back 6-5.
And Kyle Lewis is going back on Rookie of the Year campaign, getting out of his slump.
Yeah.
Both sides of the ball. Two-way hockey.
Robbed a grand slam.
Yeah. Was that a grand slam?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Wow. I mean, it almost looked routine for him. Like it looked so easy for him to go up there and get that ball.
The Astros had the day off. They're playing the Rangers, who are bad, and they're starting Kyle Cody, who, I mean, whatever. His ERA is great, but he doesn't throw a lot. I think it's bullpen day. Anyway, keep making it fun, Seattle. I think that if they win today and Houston loses, then they're one game apart in the loss column. Yes, they have 26 losses and Houston has 25. So if Houston loses, they're one game apart in the loss column, which is awesome.
I mean, Kyle Gibson going tomorrow for the Rangers. Let's go, Kyle.
Gibby.
Let's go, Gibby against Lance McCullers Jr. Go get those dubs, man.
Trev, have you heard our theory of what's going to happen?
I'm not sure.
You're going to blow his mind, Jim. You're going to blow his mind.
With Oakland and Seattle and Houston?
Mm-mm.
So Oakland and Seattle play 4 games to end the season.
Oh, man.
And, yeah, we're pretty positive Oakland's going to gift Seattle all 4 of those games, kicking Houston out of the playoffs.
Because, Trev.
Yeah, tell them the second half, Jake.
So if Oakland becomes the worst conference winner, division winner, they become the 3 seed, right? Which means they play the worst 2 seed, which would be the Seattle Mariners.
So by blowing those 4 games at the end of the season, they kick Houston out, they welcome Seattle in, and then they get to play Seattle in the first round.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, chestnut checkers, you know?
I would love to see something like that, like actually trying to lose the game, like literally starting a position player or some stupid shit like that.
Like Billy Martin when he started, Ron Guidry in center field, and like Craig.
People would freak the F out, and it would be awesome.
The last game of the season, if that let's say that they played the rest of the series normal, but the last day of the season it actually came down to that. And it just became a full-blown circus, like throwing soft toss to hit homers and stuff. Oh, my God. That'd be incredible.
Already get mad at that. People already get mad at that. Come end of the season with the expanded rosters in a regular year, like September call-ups, people get pissed at that all the time. Like, are you actually trying? And that's like a thing. It's like, dude, these are major league players. These are our guys. We're just going to play them because we're already in the playoffs. Can you imagine if they literally threw the game on purpose? All their hitters hit the opposite way, like stupid shit like that. First of all,
the Rays' biggest game 162 with Longoria hitting that walk-off against the Yankees, that was the Yankees not trying because they wanted Boston out. I think they brought in Scott Proctor.
Yeah, it wasn't egregious like you guys are talking about.
I want egregious.
Yeah, it wasn't the Yankees putting their best foot forward to win.
Right.
They were like, if the Rays win, the Red Sox are out. Okay, Scott Proctor, you're up. Like 40-year-old Scott Proctor.
If you can't tell by my outfit, I'm rooting for egregious.
Yes.
Yeah,
by
I mean,
just by your life choices in general.
Yeah.
maybe they even like mock Zach Greinke, which is like unwarranted shot because like Greinke's
Ooh.
a person, but they just like start mouthing the pitches like Greinke does. Curveball, and then just two, and then they lob one. Maybe they
baby,
trash can for the Mariners.
Ooh.
they just bang it for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly, that would be something, man.
What a slate of games today.
Well, slider come
Come through this camera.
Who's what to watch first? Did we do mine? Jake, tell us about Davey. You're dressed like him.
It tastes just like Davey. So dance with me. Jim, I'm scaring you, and I'm glad. And me and Trevor Plouffe had a nice conversation about it on Talkin' Yanks. Davey Garcia is a start away from full-blown Davey mania in the Bronx. I mean, dude's 5'9". He's got semi-nasty stuff. It's not must-watch. It's not like must-watch, 100 on the gun slider that leaves the picture. He's got a legit 4-pitch mix, and they're all plus pitches.
The curveball is top of its class.
Yeah, he can throw he's got a nice video game big curveball that he can bust out. But a legit prospect. He had crazy strikeout numbers through the minors. He was the youngest kid in AAA last year by the time he got there. And the concern was control. And Jim, this is a little bit of a deep dive but the national audience probably doesn't know this. He moved his location on the mound. And his control has been really good. And his size, being 5'9", $160, was a concern. But really, it was the control. And his control has been really good. He's been challenging hitters. He's got this confidence to him that he peacocks. He's a short guy, so he has to stand tall. So he stands tall. He peacocks. He's got the nice chain.
How tall is he?
He's listed 5'9".
Ooh.
Which makes me think 5'8".
Spikes and big hair, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he can pump it. I think he hit 95 last game. His fastball's got some late movement to it. He mixes it up. But yeah, the changeup's nice. Slider, curveball, 4 pitches. And yeah, I'm interested to see, again, the Yankees and Blue Jays are playing for second place in the American League East, but if Davey has another nice performance, which he's had 3 starts, and 2 of them are really good. One was okay, ends up looking bad because the bullpen came in and gave it up on a doubleheader day. 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs against these Blue Jays. He had a 6-inning shutout against the Mets. So it's also interesting. These Blue Jays are going to be the first team to see him twice. So they might have a little more of a scouting report on him than the rest of these teams had. So we'll see with Davey. He could send Yankees fan base into full pandemonium because if you can pencil him in with Cole and Tanaka, that path to do what the Yankees want to do becomes a little more clear. But second time seeing Toronto. He is a rookie. He hasn't had like the bad day at the office yet, which literally everyone in baseball has at a certain point. But man, if he drops Dick today, it is going to be, I think, similar to Jabba.
Whoa. Is he what's his deal, like prospect rank? Like where was he in all of that? Like how was he? Is he a
Top
bona
500.
fide prospect?
He was a bona fide legit prospect. I'll get some numbers for you, Trev. Coming into this season, Baseball America had him 65. Baseball Prospectus had him 24. But again, the big thing was honestly control over size. Like size, you're worried about long term. But he had over 3 levels of minor leagues last year, 111 innings. He had 165 punchies. But he had a decent amount of walks, and so they're crediting everything to moving over on the mound. I do think that's a part of it. I just think getting to the show and pumping strikes, he's doing it. But he's currently got 18 strikeouts and 2 walks. So Davey's been doing the damn thing.
I'm excited to watch them today. I'm
Do it.
gonna tune in and really check it out.
21. Whew.
I like that. Like
Yeah.
the young guys. You know that.
Oh,
You know it.
He wears a 45 belt because in honor of Pedro Martinez.
I saw that. People were saying, oh, it's Garrett Cole's belt. And then it's like, no, actually, it's just for Pedro.
Yeah.
Who, short king.
Short King.
Yeah. You know, I met Pedro's cousin in the DR once.
Mm.
Didn't know that.
Cave. Yeah. I don't know why you would have known that.
All right.
Trav, what's your what to watch for? We kind of did it halfway.
Yeah, I mean, look, you guys told me to stop talking about the Reds. I kept saying, like, they're going to get going. Or, like, at least if they can sneak into the playoffs. I don't know what just happened right there.
I think you said the Reds have gotten going, and the internet laughed at you.
Yeah.
Well,
They won
I could.
3 games in a row.
They finally won a series. I kind of like this is perfect for talking about the Reds. This
Yeah.
picture right here.
It's the team that shall not be named.
I would
Now you become famous.
I would if you double click the that video icon near your screen, Trev, that sometimes resets it. Look at that.
People need to see me.
Shaky producers.
I think
Way
you
to go,
should have
guys.
just changed your voice, and that should have been Reds Trev.
Reds Trev.
The Cincinnati Reds will play
Yeah.
today.
Well, look, they've increased their postseason odds 23% in the last 7 days. Okay, now this is a schedule pod.
Schedule pod.
This is a schedule pod. So we
We are
talked about they're facing the Pirates now. Go out, win these next 2 days. They got Lorenzen going today. It's obviously a bullpen day. Then they have Castillo going tomorrow. You know who comes into town after that? The big bad Chicago White Sox. So this is going to be the week. If they get stomped by the White Sox, done. We're not talking about them at all.
What if
they-
the Pirates win these next 2 games?
We're not talking about them at all.
Okay.
Like they got to get through this week and do it. But as we've stated on this program many, many times before, even without Sonny Gray, strained back, he's out right now. Hopefully he pitches again. Not sure about that. Even without Sonny Gray in a 3-game series, can this team win a World Series? No. Can they go into LA, into San Diego, and ruin a season? Absolutely yes. And we love chaos. Chaos is a ladder. Littlefinger, Game of Thrones. Check it out. This is a team. This is a team that is an agent of chaos and can be, and I hope they will be, but we got to see them through this week. They finally won a series. They got to take care of the Pirates, and then we'll see what they do against the White Sox. But I'm still, even though you guys tell me, shut up about the Reds all the time, still a believer in them, that they can go and do that in the first round. I've been saying it for a long time, and I want to see it come to fruition. And
Okay.
see.
Jim, your Reds?
Lorenzen's starting from today.
Bullpen day.
That's
Hey, they have a decent bullpen, man. Their pitching has been carrying their team. Their bullpen with what's the guy's name? TJ back there. Amir Garrett. Antone. Who else do they got in the back? Somebody else was having a really good year that we didn't give enough credit. They brought over Archie Bradley.
There was one guy that I always blank on his name that's having like a really good year, but I don't know if they're high leverage innings. No.
Well, Iglesias is doing it, and I think it was probably Anton. We're talking TJ. Not to be confused with LJ Newsome. This is TJ Antone.
LJ's pitching today.
What I'll add to
let's just do it, man. Come on, Reds.
What I'll add to your point, Trevor. Today is now that they took the 2 yesterday, it's the bullpen day. It's Lorenzen. What's he going to give you? What's this game look like? Because you do have Castillo tomorrow. The Pirates have lost 6 straight. They've got the worst run differential in baseball. They're bad. So if you get today, then you're lined up for the sweep with Castillo. You're officially hot playing those White Sox. You're feeling good.
not a lot of urgency with the White Sox either. That's the thing. Like, there's urgency with the Reds. They have to win these games. The White Sox are going to cruise into the playoffs. The playoff seeding means really nothing. Obviously, you want home field advantage, I guess.
Lucas Sims, Jackson Wright in the chat got me. Thank you.
What's that?
Lucas Sims.
When I said Lucas Sims, you didn't react and say.
I didn't hear you say it. Someone else must have been talking over you. Sorry. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, as a relief pitcher, yeah, he's been good.
Yeah, I mean, TJ Antone's been starting for them, I guess, on bullpen days, but he's been sucking. TJ Antone has only one outing without giving up a walk, 3 without an earned run. But in his last 3 outings, bad. Michael Lorenzen gave up 2 earned runs in his last outing after a stretch of like 6. I don't think you can say their bullpen's quote unquote good. Maybe it's not horrible anymore, but
it's got the potential to be good.
Rafael Iglesias, 142 ERA plus. Lucas Sims, 150 ERA plus. Amir Garrett, 166 ERA plus. TJ Antone, 173 ERA plus. I mean, you have right there 4 above average relievers. And there's more if you go by that stat.
Relievers.
Didn't they get Archie Bradley too?
I would say that they have an above average bullpen, and I don't think there's any denying that. In fact, their pitching staff is above average.
Their pitching staff is, for sure.
Their hitting struggled.
Yeah, I know, but they have guys. They can hit, man. They get hot. You know, it might be top heavy. It's similar to an Indians lineup where it's a little top heavy, but get hot at the right time, man. You guys know how baseball works.
And Bradley's been good for them. He hasn't given up a run.
It's Sims, Iglesias, Bradley. Those are like the 3.
Pedro Strop somehow was over there. When did he get over there?
Hot.
He's hilarious. Talk about must watch in like a crucial game. You put Pedro Strop on the mound, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Like that.
He's done it for a long time too.
Archie Bradley's been really good for them.
Yeah.
4 outings, but all. How do they use him?
Looks like he's got 1 hold.
They used him in the 3rd inning, the 6th inning, and the 6th inning?
That's my what to watch for.
Okay.
I like it, Trev.
Yeah, I like it. Homer
draft. It's the Homer draft.
Trev got Freeman yesterday. I got none, and Jake got 0. And Jake used his double, so now his double is out of the way. So Jake and Trev are both tied for first place. I saw that Boyd was pitching, and as I always do, I hunt home runs off of Boyd. So I'm taking Mondesi and Merrifield on the Royals.
Doubling down.
Someone's going to homer off Boyd.
Yeah. No Hunter Dozier? Is he still good for them?
I don't know. I looked at the last 7 games and who's been homering for the Royals lately.
Yeah. Witt's hot. I like that.
Yeah.
Michael Franco, you could have done. He's been hot.
Well, whatever I did landed me at those 2.
I like it. Just got a DM from Max Alfonso who said the Reds have the 2nd best bullpen since August 12th.
Thank you.
Great. What date is today?
It's September 15th, so a little over a month.
We're doing small sample size, but
oh no,
it's over a month.
We know why you're not rooting for the Reds. We know why. We'll talk about it off air a little bit more.
Because they're not good, Trev, and they were supposed to be really good.
You can't say that until the season's over. You know what I mean?
No. What?
If they go,
one of them
get in the playoffs, beat the Dodgers or the Padres, it's a success for me.
Sure, but as we speak right now, we have to talk in the present. The Reds have been a big failure this season.
I'm from the future, so
okay.
I don't necessarily have to talk in the present.
He sees the future.
Your present is my past. Anyways,
nice
I'll
picks,
go next.
Jim. First place, Trev. Oh, my God, and he dies on us.
Trev died.
He mentioned the Reds. He mentioned first place. And we lose him. I'll go. We'll see if we can get him back.
Is it best to send him a new link, or does that kick out Jimmy?
I don't know. Jim?
I have no idea. I think a new link would kick me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to
Let's
do that? Do you want to start
let's
fresh?
punch it. We'll see if he fights back.
Hang
It looks
on.
like he's trying to join. I'll give my picks. I am taking. There's Trev. We're gonna kick out the ghost of you.
People.
Can hear you. Trev, I'll give my picks, and I mentioned that my outfit was versatile today. 'Cause I'm taking a couple big boys that wear big chains. I'm taking Miguel Sano and Eloy Jimenez. I think, yesterday they were playing some playoff type baseball. Minnesota Chicago White Sox 1-1 game, 3-1 final. It was kind of intense. We got Dobnak on the bump, who his season I think may slip away from him a little bit. That ERA is up to 3.61. And Dane Dunning, the rookie, who I believe, is this the Twins' second look at him? Let me see. It's not, but there's tape out on him now. So I think yesterday was kind of that tight playoff baseball. I think the teams come with the sticks today. Sano and Eloy, big boys, big chains, big home runs.
Big boys, big chains.
It's never a bad. Those are great picks every single day.
Thank
for
you,
home
Trevor.
runs.
I
would
lost
love to
first
see both of
place.
them.
I lost first place. I got to turn it up.
It's whammy day.
Could be a whammy day.
Could be
I'll
whammy day.
be quick with mine. I have Freeman going again against my buddy Eshelman. I think Freeman's probably going to hit a homer off him. And then I went with Jimmy's dude, Brandon Lau. He's going up against somebody bad. I forget who it is.
The Sox, right? No. Anibal.
Oh, Anibal Sanchez for the Nationals. He's after Jim said he's not good anymore. He's turned it on. He heard you say that, turned it back on, taking him, and then one of Jake's guys, Trevor Story. Going up against Shamanaya, thin air in Colorado. Gotta love that. He's got 11 on the year. Always a good pick for a homer. I'm
Update.
hoping it's not a whammy day.
Reds bullpen has a 4.76 ERA in the last week. So congrats on having 3 good weeks of a good bullpen.
It's been over a month.
No, it's the last 3 weeks. The last week is bad. Starting tomorrow, they won't be the best bullpen in the last 30 days because their last week was awful.
What?
I love COVID. Jim's the best.
Mean.
He's mean.
You guys are telling me I'm wrong when I'm not.
Since August 13th, they've been the second best bullpen in baseball.
Even with the
stats you're mentioning.
Even with a shitty week.
Yeah, because their 3-week stretch at the front of it was really, really good. I'll give them that. That's still 3 good stretches. 3 good weeks.
Wait, you just said
Cover up.
small sample size. Now you're going to take a 1 week sample size? Come on, man.
So you're going to cut out the first 5 weeks, and you're going to cut out the last week and the 3 good weeks, and you're going to tell me that
I don't think
good
they were that
bullpen.
bad in the first. I don't think they were that bad. The first week they were bad. They blew a bunch of games. After that, they've been pretty good. Go look at the ERA plus, man.
Added Archie Bradley. They got a good pen. That's all we're saying.
Oh man, I don't have any Reds jerseys, or else I'd wear one. I'm rooting for chaos, man. Good picks today, guys. Zach?
Good picks.
Is Jimmy doubling today?
Final double.
No.
There's nothing today.
Okay.
So no whammy.
So obvious.
No double.
You have no poker face, Zach.
I I think he does have a good poker.
He does.
Face. He
He
scares the
does.
shit out of me
Yeah.
sometimes.
Nothing today.
Nothing today.
Jimmy's done prop bet of the day. Yesterday it went under. It was 4, so me and Trev got a point. Today we're doing Anderson versus Anderson. Batters faced in your faces. I went super dumb today because I hate you guys.
Love that.
Who's going to face more batters, Tyler Anderson or Brett Anderson? Tyler Anderson averages 19.7. Brett Anderson averages 20.4.
Ooh, so just the batters faced. Okay, I like that. I like that. Who are they playing? Do we know? So it's
Giants, Mariners, and the Cardinals, Brewers.
ooh,
I'm going to go first. I'm sick of letting Jake dictate what I do.
please.
Sick of that. I'm going to take Tyler Anderson.
Okay. I think I'm going Brett. Not just to give you hope, but those Mariners, baby. Are they going to play that game? Is it still smoky?
They don't give it. They don't. You think
Yeah.
Manfred cares about the player's health? Come on, man.
Mm.
Care less. James.
I'm going Tyler.
Okay. Tyler gang.
Cool.
All right. Oh, the energy, baby. We're doing it.
Big slate. Come on, Davey. Big chain
I'm gonna
gang
go
today.
I'm going to go right to my DraftKings account and put a bunch of money on the over in the
Over.
Tigers game.
Reds bullpen ERA 5.2 in July, 4 in August. But Jake gets one fucking DM, and I'm the big idiot.
Maybe they'll just stop throwing the shitty pitchers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is that real? I can't tell.